Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. We are solving 0580 paper 42 May June 2023. Before we start the paper, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So the first question that we have over here, it says the diagram shows an isosceles triangle with the base extended. Find the value of x. Since this is an isosceles triangle and both of these lengths are same, it means if this side is, let's say, A, this side will also be A. So this means 42 plus A is equals to 180 degrees. 42 plus 2A is equals to 180 degrees again. So now we will say 2A is equals to 180 minus 42. 2A is equals to 180 minus 42, it's 138. Alright. A is equals to 138 divided with 2. A is equals to 69. Now look, A is an interior angle and X is an exterior angle. So A plus X is equals to 180 degrees. We already know the value of A, which is 69. 69 plus X is equals to 180 degrees. X is equals to 180 minus 69. So X is equals to, we will use the calculator once again, 180 minus our answer. So X is equals to 111, and that is our answer. Let's move on to question number 2. Question number 2 says the diagram shows three lines meeting at a point. The ratio of A, B, C is equals to 3:4:5. Find the value of C. Okay. So look guys, A is to B is to C is in the ratio 3:4:5. Alright. So we will add all these numbers up. 3 plus 4 plus 5, it is equals to 12. Alright. Now this is a whole circle and a whole circle is equals to 360 degrees. It means let's call this 12x. 12x is equals to 360. X is equals to 360 divided by 12. X is equals to, I guess, 30, but let's be sure. 360 divided by 12, yeah, 30. So now it says find the value of C. Look, C is 5 ratios. So each ratio is 30 degrees. So we will do 5 multiplied by 30, which is 150 degrees. So the angle C is 150 degrees. Okay. Now moving on to our next question, it says a rectangular pentagon has an exterior angle D and a regular hexagon has an interior angle H. Find the fraction D upon H. Give your answer in its simplest form. So look guys, in this question we need to understand some formulas. So one formula is basically exterior angle, alright, exterior angle is equals to 360 divided by number of sides. Okay. And it says a regular pentagon has an exterior angle D. Now pentagon is a shape which has 5 sides. Alright. So we will do what? What's the exterior angle? 360, and we will divide it with 5. So 360 divided by 5 is 360. Divide it with 5, it will give you 72. So it means that the exterior angle of a pentagon is 72 degrees, which means that D is equals to 72 degrees. Now it says a regular hexagon has an interior angle. For this we need to understand the formula that exterior angle plus interior angle is equals to 180 degrees. Now it says that the regular hexagon has an interior angle, and how can we find the exterior angle? So in order to find the exterior angle, we will do this 360 divided by how many sides does a hexagon have? It has 6 sides. Alright. So 360 divided by 6, 60 degrees. So this is what? This is your exterior angle. So 60 plus interior angle is equals to 180 degrees. Interior angle is equals to 180 minus 60. Interior angle is equals to 120 degrees. It means H is equals to 120. Now the question is saying find the fraction D upon H. Look, how much is D? It's 72. And how much is H? It's 120. So we will do 72 divided by 120. 72 divided by 120. It's 3 upon 5. So your answer will be 3 upon 5. Just remember guys, you had to know two formulas. One of them was this one. The other formula was exterior angle plus interior angle. And you guys have to know how many sides a pentagon and how many sides a hexagon has. Next question. It says show that PQRS is a cyclical quadrilateral. Now before we begin this question, you guys need to understand that the cyclical quadrilateral is in which the opposite sides, for example this is opposite to this, this is opposite to this. The sum of the opposite sides is equals to 180 degrees. So let me write this down. So I have already written. Now what we need to do is that we need to first find the value of x. So I will write x plus 2x minus 5 plus 3x minus 40 plus x plus 20. All of this is equals to 360 degrees. Sorry, my bad, it's 360. 360. Now x plus 2x 3x, 3x plus 3x 6x, 6x plus x 7x. Okay. Minus 5 minus 40 is minus 45, minus 45 plus 20 is minus 25 is equals to 360 degrees. I pray to Allah I am not making any silly mistake right now. 7x is equals to 360 plus 25. 7x is equals to 385. Okay. So far so good. X is equals to 385, divide it with 7, okay. 385 divided with 7, I get 55. So the value of x is 55. Now we can prove it. How? Look, these two sides, their sum of opposite sides should be 180. So this is already 55. And 3 multiplied by 55 minus 40. So 3 multiplied by 55 subtracted with 40, it's 125. So 125 plus 55, it's 360 degrees. Oh, sorry, 180 degrees. Over here same thing. 55 plus 20, that's 65, 75. And this side 2 multiplied by 55 is 110. 110 minus 5 is 105. So 105 plus 75 is also 180 degrees. So we have shown this. You guys will show all this working and it's done. You get 5 marks for free. Honestly, free 5 marks. Okay. Next part, it says the diagram shows a circle of radius 9 cm, center O. The minor sector AOB with sector angle 50, okay, is removed from the circle. Okay, we take it out. Calculate the arc, the length of the major arc. Look, whenever they say the major arc, they mean this one, the one with the bigger angle. So first of all, what is the formula for arc length? Arc, let me just, do it like this. Yeah. Arc length is equals to x upon 360 multiplied by 2 pi r. Now what is x? X is the angle. We are not finding this angle, we are finding the blue one. So the whole thing is 360. You subtract 50 from 360, so it becomes 310. So this whole thing is 310 actually. Alright. So this becomes 310 upon 360 multiply by 2, multiply by pi, multiply by r. What's the value of r? It's 9. Okay. So 310 upon 360 multiply by 2 multiply by pi multiply by 9. So it's 31 upon 2 pi. Alright, let me check it again, which is equivalent to 48.69. So 48.69 you will write is down as 48.7, and that's your answer. Okay. Oh, question 1 was so long, it just took us 10 minutes to do one question. Oh, anyways. Question 2. Anil changes 830 into euros with the exchange rate 1 is to 1.16. He spends 500 euro. He then changes the remaining money back into dollars at the same exchange rate. Work out how much in dollars Anil receives. Okay. Look, just write euro. Just write dollar. Rate is 1 is to 1.16. He had $830. He changes them into euros. First we need to find out how many euros he has. Okay. So if we cross multiply, for the students who don't know, we do it like this. 1.16x is equals to 830 multiply by 1. 1.16 is x is equals to 830. X is equals to 830 divided by 1.16. Okay. So 830 divided by 1.16. So he gets x is equals to 715.5. 715.517. So this is the amount of euro he has, euros. So 715.5 we will subtract it from 500. Once we subtract it, we get around 215.5 euros. Now he changes these euros back into dollars. Okay. So write over here euro, write over here dollar. I will tell you guys a second method to do this question as well, which is quite shorter. So I want you guys to stick till the very end of this question. 1.16. So he already has 215.5 euros. He cross multiplies. So x is equals to 215.5 multiplied by 1.16. Okay. 215.5 multiplied by 1.16. So it's 249.98. So we will round it off to 249.98. We will round it off to $250. So he has $250. Now I'm going to tell you guys the second method to do this question. This method is way quicker, but of course every student understands things differently. So as teachers we have to do all the methods. So the other method is basically you convert 500 euros into dollars first. So euro, dollar, 1 is to 1.16. There are 500 euros. We change it into dollars. So 500 multiplied by 1.16. So it's $580. So he had spent 500 euros. 500 euros is equivalent to $580. So he had $830, out of which he already spent $580. So how many dollars remain? $250. So this was another way you did it like this in 15-20 seconds. Anyways, part B. In 2021, Anil earns $37,000. He spends $12,400 on bills in 2021. Calculate the percentage of his earnings he spends on bills. So in this question actually, it says calculate the percentage of his earnings he spends on bills. So how much did he spend on bill? 12,400. And how much does he earn? He earns 37,000. Whenever we want to find the percentage, you multiply it with 100 actually. So 12,400 multiplied by 100 divided by 37,000. So this is roughly 33.51. 33.51 0.51%. So this becomes 33.5%, and this is your answer. Now it says his earnings of 37,000 increased by 3.2% 2022. Calculate his earnings. Look, there are two methods to do this question. I'll explain both side by side. The first method is his original income or earning was 100% and it has been increased by 3.2. So add 3.2. Alright, this becomes 103.2. 37,000 multiply by 103.2 and then divide it with 100. So this becomes 37,000 multiply by 103.2 and then divide it with 100. His earning is 38,184. The other method is first you do 37,000 multiply by 3.2 upon 100. You just find the 3.2 percentage of 37,000. 37,000 multiplied by 3.2 divided by 100. So it's 1184. 1184. Now you add 37,000 with 1184. You will get 38,184 as your answer. Moving on to the next question, it says Anil invests 3,500 in an account that pays a rate of 2.4% per year compound interest. Look, the word is compound. Calculate the total interest earned at the end of 5 years. Okay. So look, first of all, what is the formula for compound interest? It is A is equals to principal multiplied by 1 plus R upon 100 raised to power n. So the amount we will find out, like after 5 years, how much amount Anil has in his bank account. So the principal amount is 3,500 multiplied by 1 plus interest rate is 2.4 upon 100, and for how many years? 5 years. Okay, we'll plug this whole thing into the calculator or calculus. We call it calculus as well. Calculator. 1 plus 2.4 upon 100 bracket 5. You guys might be thinking, what are you doing with life, right? So the answer is 394.64. 390.64. 390.64. Now look, do not put this as your answer. No. This is the total amount of money he has in his account after 5 years. But the question was asking us interest. So you will do 3,940.64, subtract it from the amount he had invested. So it's 440.64, 440.64 rounded off $441. So the amount of interest he has earned is $441, okay? Find the number of years before Anil has at least 5,000 in his account, okay? Now guys, there are two ways to do this question as well. I will be explaining both of the ways just in case you forget one of the ways, okay? So the first way is basically you use the whole equation. You guys will say 3,500. We will apply the whole formula 1 plus 2.4 upon 100 raised to power t. We don't know the time. And this amount is greater than 5,000. This will become 1 plus 2. I'll just add it up actually for you guys. 1 plus 2.4 upon 100. I'll add it actually. It's 1.024. Okay. It's 1.024 is greater than equal to 5,000. Sorry, and don't forget t raised to power t. It's greater than 5,000 upon 3,500. So 1.024 raised to power t is greater than equal to 5,000 upon 3,500 is 10 upon 7. Now what you guys will do, you guys will apply log, okay? So this will become log 10 1.024, okay, raised to power t is greater than or equal to log 10 upon 7. So this becomes t multiplied by log 10 raised to 1.024 is greater than or equal to log 10 upon 7. So t is greater than or equal to log 10 upon 7 and divide this with log 10 1.024. Use your calculator. Where's log 10 divided by 7 upon log 1.024. So t is greater than or equal to 15.03. Now please do not write your answer as 15, that would be wrong. It says t is greater. Okay, so it will become t would be 16 years actually. Alright. Now the other way to do is just plug in numbers. For example, 3500 multiplied by 1 plus 2.4 upon 100. Over here, instead of t, just write 10. Okay. So if I do this, 3500 multiplied by 1 plus 2.4 upon 100 raised to power, let's say 10. So look, the amount is not greater than 5000. Put 13. It's still not greater than 5000. Put 15. It's still not greater than 5000. And put 16. Now it is greater than 5000. So another way is to plug in numbers randomly. Plug in 13, plug in 15, plug in 16. It's called trial and error. Trial and error. Okay. Next question. Now it says the diagram shows a right angle triangle ABC. The area of the triangle is 60. Show that, okay, this equation. So look, the formula of the area of triangle is half into base into height. This is the base, this is the height. So you will say area is equals to half multiplied by base, which is 2x plus 5, multiplied by height, which is x plus 3. Now multiply these numbers. Okay, let me solve this thing on the side just for you guys so that you guys can understand. 2x multiplied by x, it's 2x square. Okay, and 2x multiplied by 3, it's plus 3x. Then 5 multiplied by x, it's 5x. And then 5 multiplied by 3, it's 15. So what was the area? The area is 60. It's written. It's equals to half multiplied by 2x square. Okay. 6x plus 5x is how much? It's 11x plus 11x. Okay. Plus 15. Alright. This 2 will go up there and multiply with 60. So it becomes 120 is equals to half, sorry, now it's not half anymore because 2 went up there and multiplied, is equals to 2x square plus 11x plus 15. 120 will come over here now. 2x square plus 11x plus 15 minus 120. So it becomes 2x square plus 11x minus 105 is equals to 0. Okay. Next question, it says solve by factorization. Now look, 2x square plus 11x minus 105 is equals to 0. One way is that you guys can plug this whole thing into the calculator, which I will teach you guys right now. But since this is for 3 marks, I don't think that's the only way. You need to show everything. But you can cross check your answers from the calculator. So I pressed mode, I went to 5 equation and I went to 3, which is square quadratic equation. So the value of A is 2, the value of B is 11, the value of C is minus 105. So one of the value of x is 5, the other is minus 10.5. Now you can use these answers to cross check. So how we will solve this? We multiply 2 with 105, it becomes minus 210. We just write the imaginary number over here. Just write 2x squared as it is and write minus 105 as it is. Now tell me two numbers such that when you multiply them you get negative 210. When you add and subtract them you get positive 11. So I guess, let me think, 21 multiplied by minus 10, it's negative 210, and 21 minus 10 is 11. So break it into two parts, plus 21x, or over here just write minus because it would help us in simplification. So write over here minus, what were the two numbers? 21 and 10, yeah. Minus 10x plus 21x. So choose these two and then choose these two. So you will take in the first one, you will take 2x as common. So when you take 2x it becomes x minus 5. And in the other one, 21 and 105. So what's the number that is common? It's 21. So you will take 21 as common. It becomes x minus 5. X minus 5 common, and 2x plus 21. So x is equals to positive 5 and 2x is equals to 21. X is equals to 21 divided by 2. X is equals to 10.5. And sorry, 2x is equals to negative 21. Negative 21 divided by 2 is negative 10.5. So look, these answers helped us. So now it says calculate angle ACB. They are saying you to calculate angle AC, this angle B. Okay. Now guys, look, how will we calculate this angle? We will use trigonometry. But for trigonometry we need these sides. Okay. Now look, we already have the value of x, 5 and negative 10.5. Use a little of your brain, which of course we cannot use during the time of exams because our brain isn't working at all, just like mine right now. But length can never be negative. So we will use the positive value, which is 5. Okay. So this becomes x plus 3, yani 5 plus 3 is 8. And this becomes 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Okay, so now I have the values 8 and 15. Let me make it. 8 and 15. This is 90 degrees. I want to find this angle. This is opposite. This is hypotenuse because opposite 90 degrees, and this is adjacent. And adjacent and opposite comes in tan, toa. So I will say tan x is equal to toa, opposite, which is 15 upon adjacent, which is 8. X is equal to tan inverse 15 upon 8. Okay, I just had some very good karak chai tea. I guess that's how I'm getting energy, because it's like 1 AM right now. How do I have energy? Now I realize I don't have it. It's draining out. So it's 61.92. 61.9. We'll just write 61.9. Okay, my friends. Please guys do like and subscribe. Support a struggling YouTuber and your poor teacher. So it says triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. Triangle DEF has an area of 93.75. Find the size of the smallest angle of triangle DEF. Now look guys, don't be confused when it says that, find the size of the smallest angle, stuff like that. Similar triangles have corresponding angles. Yani they have same angles. So we already know I'm making the triangle which is above right over here, okay? So we already know that this is 90 degrees and we already know that this is 61.9. Of course, this is going to be the smallest angle now. So x is equals to 180 minus 90 minus 61.9. So 180 minus 90 minus 61.9. So it's 28.1 degrees. And that's how you get 1 mark. Find the length of the shortest side of the triangle. So guys, when it says like find the length of the shortest side of triangle DEF, first make triangle ABC, which was already given to us. Okay, so it's ABC. This side was 8, this side is 15, and the area of the triangle was 60. And now let's make the bigger one DEF, which has an area of 93.75, and we don't know any length. So we now of course understand that if this is the smallest side in this triangle, then of course in DEF this would be the smallest side. So the formula is A1 upon A2 is equals to L1 upon L2 whole square. This means area of the big triangle 93.75 upon 60 is equals to, we don't know the shortest length, so we will just write x, and the shortest length of triangle ABC is 8 whole square. To remove this whole square, we will under root both the sides. So 93.75 upon 60, it's 5 upon 4. 5 upon 4 is equals to x upon 8. X is equals to 5 multiplied by 8 divided by 4. X is equals to 10. So the smallest side, the shortest side, yeah, of course the smallest side of triangle DEF is 10 centimeters. Okay, next question. Oh, I hate these questions, man. I don't like to make graphs at all. Anyways, the table shows information about the heights of 80 children. Write down the interval containing median. So first of all, in order to find like the median, let's first find the cumulative frequency. Cumulative frequency means total frequency, alright. So this is 2, and 2 plus 13, this is going to be 15, and 15 plus 24, this is going to be 39, and 39 plus 32 is going to be 71, yeah, and 71 plus 9 is going to be 80. So like total it's about 80. So 80 children हमारे पास. That's how the 80 number came. Now median का formula, what's the formula for median? Median is equals to 1 upon 2 multiplied by n. N is 80. ठीक है? So this becomes, sorry, why am I even using a calculator? 80 divided by 2 is 40. So it means the 40th value. So look, over here you have the first two values, over here you have 15 values, over here you have the 39 values. After this in 71, over here you have the 40th value, because till here you just have the 39th value. After this you don't have like the 40th value. So the 40th value lies over here. Since it's really late and I'm a bit tired, my Urdu is coming out now. Anyways. So this is going to be the interval. Now the next question says calculate an estimate of mean height. Okay. First of all guys, in order to calculate mean height, we have to find the mid values of the height. So for example 1.2 plus 1.4 divided with 2, 1.3. Alright. 1.3. Let me calculate for all of them just like this. So I decided to do some of them with you guys as well, so that you guys don't become confused. I've already written most of the values. 1.65 plus 1.8 divided with 2, it's 1.725, 1.725, and this one is actually 1.8 plus 1.9 divided by 2, it's 1.85. Look, now you will multiply this with the frequency, the mid values with the frequencies. So So this will actually be like this. Look, 2 multiplied by 1.3 plus 15, sorry, not 15, 13. 13 multiplied by 1.45 plus 24 multiplied by 1.575 plus 32 multiplied by 1.725 plus 9 multiplied by 1.85, and you are going to divide it with total frequency, which is 80. Okay. So now let's do it. 2 multiplied by 1.3. The only reason why I'm showing this working is because some students might have difficulty plugging it into a calculator like this, so I wanted to show you each and everything, guys. Plus 24 multiplied by 1.575 plus 32 multiplied by 1.725 plus 9 multiplied by 1.85, divide everything with 80. So you get 1.63, 1.63875, yeah, 1.63, let me check again, 875. So this is your mean height. Next question says, one of these children is chosen at random. Calculate the probability that they have a height of 1.4 meter or less. Okay, they have a height of 1.4 meter or less. So look, guys, there are only 2 students that have a height of 1.4 meter or less than 1.4. So there are only 2 students out of 80 students. For some of the students that are confused, look, it over here, height is greater than 1.4. So we cannot include this. So this will become 1 upon 40. 2 of these children are chosen at random. Calculate the probability that both children are taller than 1.5, but only one of them is taller than 1.8. So now in this question, when it says that two of these children are chosen at random, calculate the probability that both children are taller than 1.5, but only one of them is taller than 1.8. So look, how many children are taller than 1.5? 24 and then 32. Alright. So these children are taller than 1.5 and are tallest up to 1.8, less than 1.8. So it's 24 plus 32. So one from 1.5 all the way up till 1.8. It's the number of children are 24 plus 32. Let me check it again. Yeah, so they are 56. And how many children are actually taller than 1.8? So the children that are taller than 1.8, let's just write it down like this, taller than 1.8. Height is taller than 1.8. They are 9 children. Okay, how many children are there? 9. So now it says calculate the probability that both children are taller than 1.5, but only one of them is taller than 1.8. So first probability, the scenario would be that we have chosen one of them which is taller than 1.8. So how many children are there that are taller than 1.8? 9. 9 upon total children are how many? 80. Multiply by how many children are between 1.5 and 1.8? 56. And since we already took one child out, this will become 79. And add it with the opposite possibility that first you chose a child that is between 1.5 and 1.8, which is 56 upon 80. Then you chose a child that is taller than 1.8, which is 9 upon, there are 79 children now. So 9 upon 80 multiplied by 56 upon 79 plus 56 upon 80 multiplied by 9 upon 79. The answer is 63 upon 395. 63 upon 395. That's your answer, guys. I'm just glad we're done with this. Oh, I hate these questions. Complete the cumulative frequency table for the heights. Okay, cumulative frequency now. So look, in the previous question, I had already calculated the cumulative frequency for you guys if you look over here. So that's what we have to do right now. Just copy it down. This is 15, this is 39, this is 71, this is 80. If you guys are still confused how I got this, it's very simple. I just added these frequencies. So the first one was 2, the second one was 13 plus 2, which is 15. The third one was 24 plus 15, which is 39. The fourth one was 32 plus 39, which is 71. And the last one was 71 plus 9, which is 80. Now we will be doing what? We will be sketching it. I don't like to sketch because it's difficult for me over here, but still okay, no problem. Let me sketch it. So when h is 1.4, cumulative frequency is 2. So look guys, each box, what I'll do, I'll just zoom it in. Each box is like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Each small box is 2. So the first one will be over here. Alright, and this is like 0. Okay, then we have when it's 1.5, cumulative frequency is 15. Okay, so it's going to be 10, 12, 14, 15 over here. Then at 1.65 it's 39. 1.65 is over here and 39 is somewhat over here. Then we have at 1.8 it's 71. At 1.8, yeah, 1.8 it's 71. 71 is somewhere over here, and last one is the easiest. At 1.9 is 80. Of course, my friends. Reminder: please do like, subscribe, and support a struggling YouTuber. Now this is the hardest part for me. I get this wrong most of the time. My answer might not be accurate for this, but oh look, I missed the first mark. I have to try it 10 times now. But for you, and of course for the subscribers, and for being able to earn money from YouTube, of course I'll do it, no matter how many times it means. Okay, this is the best I can do. So it says find the interquartile. Interquartile is upper quartile minus lower quartile. Upper quartile is 75%, lower quartile is 25%. So what's the 75% of 80? 80 multiplied by 75 divided by 100. It's 60. So I'll go all the way like this. Look, 60, 60, all from 60, 60, 60, 60, 60. And then down like this. So it's roughly 1.712345 It's 1.76, and the lower quartile is 25% of 80. So 25, 80 multiplied by 25 divided by 100. 20. .51, 1.52, 1.53. So 1.76 minus 1.53. 1.76 multiplied by 1.53. So it's 0.23. So the interquartile range is 0.23. Okay. Now second, it says 60th percentile. 60th percentile basically means total frequency 80 multiplied by 60 divided with 100. It's 48. So 48 is over here from 40. 60th percentile is 48 actually. So when it's 48, we'll sketch it like this. My sketches are not very accurate, but I'm trying my best. I'll figure something out for this. So it's 1.69 actually. And for this one it was like 1.5 0.75 I guess something. So this is somewhere 2.2, it can be 0.22, it can be 0.23 as well. There is a range given in every question. Anyways, next question. It says a cone has a base and a perpendicular height. Calculate the volume. So look guys, they have already given us the volume. V is equals to 1 upon 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by r. So radius is of course going to be 4 pi r. Someone message? No, I did not get a message. Multiply by 15. Okay, so let's just plug it into our calculator. 1 upon 3 multiplied by pi multiplied by 4 square multiplied by 15. So it's 80 pi, which is roughly 250, 1.3, so 251. So just write 251, okay. Now it says the label completely covers the curved surface area of the cone, okay. Calculate the area of the label as a percentage of total surface area of the cone. So look, in this question, first of all, you guys will, what does this question even mean? For example, this is a cone. You guys like eat cornetto ice creams, right? And on cornetto ice cream, you have that wrap, alright? So that wrap is basically pi r L. And the whole cornetto is basically, the surface area is pi r L plus pi r square. So total surface area of cone is curved surface area plus circular area. So it's basically pi r L plus pi r square. Now what does L mean? L is the slant height. First let's calculate the slant height from over here. If this whole thing is 8, up till here it's 4. So this becomes 15 and 4, and this is L. So the formula is Pythagoras, c square is equals to 15 square plus 4 square. So you will under root 15 square plus 4 square. So c or L, the slant height, is equals to under 251. Sorry, 241, yeah. So it's pi multiplied by 4 multiplied by 241 under root 241 plus pi multiplied by 4 square. And it says calculate the area of the label. This is the total surface area, and what is the surface area of the label? Surface area of label, it's just pi multiplied by 4 multiplied by under root 241. So what I will do, surface area of label, which is pi multiplied by 4 multiplied by under root 241 upon total surface area, pi multiplied by 4 multiplied by 241 plus pi multiplied by 4 square. It seemed like a very difficult question, but it's actually not. You guys just have to think. So pi. But in my mind, I'm only thinking about the biryani I'm going to eat in a while. I wish I had some juice as well, but no juice, only biryani. Multiply by 4 multiplied by under root 241. I'm going to close the bracket plus pi multiplied by 4. Oh, wait, I made a mistake. Pi multiplied by, it's not 2, it's 4 square. So this is 0.795. Alright. So once I get 0.795, I will multiply it with 100, because calculate the area of label as a percentage. So it becomes 79 multiplied by 100. It becomes 79.5%. So the answer is 79.5. Okay. Next question, it says an empty cylinder container has radius this much. 300 liters of water is poured into the container at the rate of 375 ml per second. Find the time taken in minutes and seconds for all water to be poured into the container. So in this question, look, the key things are 300 liters of water is poured into container at a rate of 375 ml. Alright. So find the time taken in minutes and seconds for all the water to be poured into the container. So look, time taken is basically 300. We will convert the liters into centimeters, multiply by 1000. Why? Because 1 liter is equals to 1000 centimeter cube. Okay. Divide it with 375. Alright. Once you divide it with 375, you will get 800 seconds. Now 800 seconds, we have to give our time in minutes and seconds. So 800 seconds is actually, let me think, 800 divided by 60, 800 divided by 60. So it's something like 13.3. Okay. So it's 13 minutes. How many seconds are 13 minutes? 13 multiplied by 60. It's 780. Alright. So 800 seconds minus 780 seconds, that's an additional 20 seconds. So the answer is 13 minutes and 20 seconds. Next question says calculate the height of the water in the container. Now to calculate the height of the water in the container, what you guys need to understand, what is the formula for cylinder? Volume of cylinder is equals to pi r square h. Alright. And it says 300 liters of water is poured into the container. If there is 300 liters of water, that actually means that pi multiplied by r, which is 0.45 multiplied by 100. Why? Because this is meters and I'm changing meters into centimeters. Square multiplied by height is equals to 300,000. Because 300 liters of water is 300,000 centimeter cube. So height is equals to 300,000 divided by 45 pi multiplied by 45 square. Alright. So once you do that, you guys will get 300,000 upon pi multiplied by 45 square. So it's 47. Okay, it's 47.15. Okay, 47.15, and this is centimeter. Again, we want the answer in meters, so divide this with 100, so it becomes 0.4715. So 0.472, round it off. 3 significant figures. Okay, 3 significant figures. Next question, it says a sequence has nth term. Let me just see how many questions are left actually. I don't know how I gave this paper during my time. They should reduce the length of it. It's more than difficulty, it's like endurance test. Anyways, a sequence has the nth term. Find the first 3 terms. First 3 terms means what? Just plug. The first value of n is 1, second value of n is 2, third value of n is 3. Just plug in these values. So I'll just use the calculator now to do this. So 1 upon 2 multiplied by 1 plus 3. So it's 1 upon 5. Then 2, and this also 2. So it's 2 upon 7. Then 3, so it's 1 upon 3. So these are your answers. So now I have just some chocolate to give myself some strength. It says the kth term of the sequence is 12 upon 5. Find the value of k. So look, instead of n, just write in k. This becomes k upon 2k plus 3. This is equals to 12 upon 25 So this will become 25k is equals to 12 multiplied by 2k plus 3. 25k is equals to 24k plus 36. 25k minus 24k is equals to 36. K is equals to 36. Also, I just realized, since it says give your answers in fractions and it doesn't mention you to simplify, this would not be 1 upon 3. Look, 3 upon 2 multiplied by 3 plus 3. So it's 3 upon 6 plus 3. It's 3 upon 9. So instead of writing 1 upon 3, write 3 upon 9. Okay. Okay, we did solve this as well. Now it says find the nth term of each sequence. So now in this question, let me zoom in it in. So we will first calculate the difference. So this one is 7. Then what's the difference over here? Let me see. 32 minus 13, 19. Okay. Then what's the difference over here? 69 minus 32 is 37. Okay. And what's the difference over here? 61. Okay. So now it says find the nth term of the sequence. We will calculate the differences again. Let's see what the differences are now. So 19 minus 7, it's 12. 37 minus 19, it's 18. And 61 minus 37, sorry, 61. 61 minus 37, it's 24. Okay. And if you look at the differences now, the differences are 6 and 6. So look, I can say that 6 is equals to 1 square. Alright, right now we are just assuming 1 square plus, let's say, 5. Alright, so now in the second one, 1 square is basically like n square plus 5. So in place of n, if I put 2 square plus 5 again, this becomes 2 square is 4. 4 plus 5 is 9. So this is wrong because the other one is 13. So now what I will do, I will change my strategy, and instead of writing n square, I can say n cube. So if I plug in 1, so 1 cube is 1, 1 cube plus 5, that's 6. Now let's say 2 cube plus 5. So 2 cube is 8, 8 plus 5 is 13. So yeah. Then if I say 3 cube plus 5. So 3 cube is 27, 27 plus 5 is 32. So that means our n term is n cube plus 5. Alright. Now we have to find this one as well. So if you guys look at it, this is geometric progression, and the formula for geometric progression is AR raised to power n minus 1. Okay, A is basically the first term, R is the ratio. How do we find ratio? For example, look, 50 divided by 100, it's 1 upon 2. Okay. 25 divided by 50, that's also 1 upon 2. So even if I do 25 divided by 50, that's also 1 upon 2. So instead of A, I will write 100 multiply by 1 upon 2 raised to power n minus 1. So this will become 100. Instead of writing like this, 2 raised to power n minus 1, I can also write it down like this, 100 multiplied by 2. 2 comes up, so the positions will change. It will become 1 minus n. So both the answers are correct. Next question says the diagram shows the straight roads between town A, B and town C. AC is equals to 60, CB is equals to 87, B is due. Is show that A, C, B is 95.1 correct to 1 decimal place. So first of all guys, if you look at it, this thing is 90 degrees. So 90 minus 38, that's 52. This angle is 52. We actually need to find this angle. Let's call this x. But before we find this angle, we can easily find this one. Let's call this b. How can we find it? Using sine law. So sine 52 upon 87 is equals to sine b upon 60. Okay. So this becomes sine b is equals to sine 52 multiply by 60 upon 87. B is equals to, we will shift sine over there, it will become sine inverse sine 52 multiply by 60 upon 87. Alright. So sine 52 multiply by 60 upon 87. This becomes 32.91. Okay, 32.91. So we got this as 32.91. This is but not our answer. We want to find x. So 180 minus 52 minus 32.91. That's 28. 180 minus 52 minus our answer. So it's 95.08. 95.08 can be written as 95.1. Alright. Moving on to the next question, it says, without stopping, a car travels from town A to town C, then to town B before returning directly to town A. The total time taken for the journey is 3 hours. Calculate the average speed of this car. Give your answers in kilometers per hour. So guys, what does this question actually even mean? Look, you traveled from A to C, then you traveled from like C to B if I'm not wrong, because it says, yeah. And then you traveled back sorry, from B to A. So you already have the distance from A to C, you already have the distance from C to B, but you do not have the distance from B to A. So we'll use sine law again to find the distance of B to A. We already know this angle is 95.1. So we will say sine 95.1 upon AB is equals to, let's say, sine 52 upon 87. Alright. So this becomes, let me calculate it over here. We cross multiply actually. So AB, I'll write over here. AB is equals to sine 95.1 multiplied by 87 upon sine 52. Okay. So sine 95.1 multiplied by 87 upon sine 52. So it becomes 109.96. Okay. 109.96. So now add all the distances. The three distances are 60 because average speed is equals to total distance upon total time. So total distance is 60 plus 87 plus, what did we calculate? 109 point, where did it go? 96. 109.96 divided with total time, which is 3 hours and 20 minutes. So 3 plus 20 upon 60, because we have, let me just convert the whole thing into hours for you so that you guys don't get confused. 20 divided by 60, 20 divided by 60 is 1 upon 3, which is 0.333. So instead of writing 3 plus this, I'll just write 3.3333. So this becomes 60 plus 87 plus 109.96 divided by 3.33333333. So it's 77.088. So 77.08 or 77.1 kilometers per hour. This is the speed. Okay, finally. Now show that the equation can be written as this. Okay, just solve these two parts first. So x minus 4 multiplied by x plus 1. So this becomes x square plus x minus 4x minus 4. So this becomes x square minus 3x minus 4. Then multiply it with x minus 2. So x square multiplied by x is x cube. X square multiplied by minus 2 is minus 2x square. Minus 3x multiplied by x is minus 3x square. Minus 3 multiplied by minus 2 is plus 6x. Minus 4 multiplied by x is minus 4x. Minus 4 multiplied by minus 2 is plus 8. So this becomes x cube. 2x square minus 3x square is minus 5x square. Plus 6x minus 4x is plus 2x plus 8. And hence we have shown it. Now it says on the diagram sketch the graph indicating the values of values where the graph crosses the x-axis. Okay. So guys, in order to make the graph, first of all we have to find the value at x-axis. So on x-axis we know that y is equals to 0. It means 0 instead of y, or let me write down the equation first for you guys. The equation is y is equals to, we have already made the equation, this, look, this one. This equation and this equation, both are same. So we will use this one. X minus 4, x plus 1 and x minus 2. So since the value on x-axis y is 0, so I can say 0 is equals to x minus 4, x plus 1 and x minus 2. So first I will say x minus 4 is equals to 0 divided by x plus 1 and divided by x minus 2. So x minus 4 is equals to 0, x is equals to positive 4. So it's 4 comma 0. Same way I will say x plus 1 is equals to 0, x is equals to negative 1. Same way I will say x minus 2 is equals to 0, x is equals to positive 2. Now on the y-axis, x is equals to 0, which means y is equals to, use this equation now, y is equals to x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus 8. So instead of x write 0, minus 5 multiplied by 0 plus 2 multiplied by 0 plus 8. So y is equals to 8 only, alright. So now label the points, for example minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Label these points like 2, 4, 6, 8. So one of the points are, look, the value of x is minus 1 comma 0. This point, it crosses at 0 comma 8. How do we know that? Because y is equals to 8. Let me write down the points as well for you guys. Look, 4 comma 0, minus 1 comma 0 and 2 comma 0 and then 0 comma 8. Then we have 2 comma 0 and we have 4 comma 0. So the graph will be like this, look. My God, why are my graphing skills so terrible? I missed it by a huge margin, but I'll do it again. Alright, so this is how you guys will make the graph. It says the graph has two tangents with the gradient, then find the equation of those two tangents. Okay, so look, many of you guys might be finding this question to be difficult. You guys need to first understand a very basic concept is whenever we talk about a curve like this, for example, this point will have another gradient, this point will have another gradient, this point will have another gradient. But if it's a tangent over here, if you guys have a tangent like this, okay, the tangent will have the same gradient. So in order to find the gradient at particular point, we do derivatives. Now I will be attaching the video for derivatives in the comment section below as well. So first of all, we will derivate dy over dx, this whole equation, x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus 8. When we derivate, it will become dy or dx is basically gradient, okay. When we derivate, it will become 3x square minus 10x plus 2, and this is equals to 10 because it's already states that the gradient is 10. Now 3x square minus 10x and 2 minus 10 is minus 8 is equals to 0, okay. So now once we get this equation, we will do breaking of the middle term. So 3x square minus 10x minus 8 is equals to 0. I will write 3x square as it is. I will write minus 8 as it is. So 3 multiplied by minus 8 is minus 24. Just write it randomly in a corner. And two numbers such that when you multiply you get minus 24, and when you add or subtract you get minus 10. Those two numbers are 6 4s are 24. So minus 6x minus 4x. Alright. So now we will take 3x as common, so this becomes x minus 2. We will take minus 4 as common again, plus 4 as common, sorry, x minus 2. So this becomes 3x plus 4. And before I continue, I just made a slight mistake. I cannot take minus 6 and minus 4. Sorry guys, because minus 6 multiplied by minus 4 is actually plus 24. Alright, and I need minus 24. So the two numbers that I will take are 3x square minus 12x plus 2x minus 8 is equals to 0. Alright, my bad. I just realized this. So now I will take 3 as commons, 3x, so this becomes x minus 4, and I will take plus 2 as common, this also becomes x minus 4 is equals to 0. So 3x plus 2 and x minus 4 is equals to 0. So one value of x is 4, the other value of x is negative 2 upon 3, okay. So now we have the value of x guys, and what was the equation? Y is equals to x cube minus 5x square plus 2x plus 8. So I will plug in the value of 4 now. For x is equals to 4, I will say y is equals to 4 cube minus 5 multiplied by 4 square plus 2 multiplied by 4 plus 8 is equals to, so this is equals to 0. So equation of tangent y is equals to mx plus c. What are the coordinates? 4, 0. I got the 2 points now. So y is equals to 0 is equals to 10, because gradient we already know it's 10, it's written there. Multiply by 4 because the value of x is 4 plus c. So 0 is equals to 40 plus c. C is equals to minus 40, okay. So the equation would be now y is equals to 10x minus 40. Answer. Now we will do the same thing for x is equals to minus 2 upon 3. We have to find these points. So y is equals to minus 2 upon 3 cube minus 5 multiplied by minus 2 upon 3 square plus 2 multiplied by minus 2 upon 3 plus 8. So this comes out to be 112 upon 27, which is equation of tangent. The points are, the 2 points are minus 2 upon 3 and 112 upon 27. We will plug those points now. Let me continue over here because I have less space. Y is equals to mx plus c. The value of y we know, 112 upon 27 is equals to m we know, 10, x we know, minus 2 upon 3 plus c. So c is equals to 112 upon 27 plus 20, because 10 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 20 upon 3. We shift it over there, it becomes 20 upon 3. Okay, so this becomes y is equals to 10x plus 2, let me add it 112 upon 27 plus 20 upon 3. So it's 292 upon 27. So plus 292 upon 27. So your two equations are now y is equals to 10x minus 40 and y is equals to 10x plus 292 upon 27. So this is a well worth mark question. 7 marks are like worth it. Now next question is says simplify. So 3 raised to power cube is 27. x2 multiplied by 3 is x6 and y4 multiplied by 4 3s is 12. Next question is basically since this is negative 3 upon 2, we will shift it, it becomes x16 y8 upon 16 raised to power, it will become positive 3 upon 2. Now x16 multiplied by 3 upon 2 y8 multiplied by 3 upon 2 upon 16 raised to power 3 upon 2. So this becomes x 16 multiplied by 3 divided by 2 is 24, y 8 multiplied by 3 divided by 2 is 12 upon 6 raised to, you can write it down like this, 4 raised to power 2 multiplied by 3 upon 2. So 2 cancel, 4 raised to power 3 is 64. This is going to be your answer. Next question, factorize. This is simple, x plus 3, x minus 3. Okay. Moving on to the next question. We already know x square minus 9 is x plus 3, x minus 3. We just need to solve this equation right now. So this is basically, I will take its 2xy minus 6y plus 5x minus 15. So I will take 2y as common, x minus 3. I will take plus 5 as common, x minus 3 again. So it's 2y plus 5 and x minus 3. So x minus 3 and 2y plus 5. So it becomes x plus 3 upon 2y plus 5. This is the answer. Next, solve the simultaneous equation. Okay. So look guys, one thing you guys need to understand is that I will rearrange this equation. It will become y is equals to 7 minus 2x. Y is equals to y. So 7 minus 2x is equals to 5x square plus 2x minus 13. 5x square plus 2 will go over there. So 2x plus 2x is 4x minus 13. And that's minus 7, so it becomes minus 20 is equals to 0. Since it says give your answer in decimal, of course we need to use the formula. So x is equals to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This becomes minus 4 plus minus under root 4 square minus 4a. The value of a, this is a, this is b, this is c. Multiply by 5 multiply by minus 20 upon 2 multiply by 5. This becomes minus 4 plus minus under root 416 upon 10. Plug it into the calculator. Upon 10. So one value of x is 1.6396, 1.6396, and the other value of x is what's the other value? Okay, my bad, sorry. I have to solve it like this now. Minus 4 minus 416 upon 10. So the other value is negative 2.439, negative 2.439. Now since we have this value, we will plug this value into the main equation, which is y is equals to 7 minus 2x. Okay, you can plug it into this equation as well, but why make your life difficult, man? Both will give you the same answer. 7 minus 2 multiply by 1.6396, 3.720, 3.7208, and the other one is going to be, now I will plug in the negative value, negative 2.439, so it's going to be 11.878. Okay, moving on to the next question, which I hope is the last question. Oh no, they have given part B as well. Anyways, it says calculate the value of x. Okay, so first to find the value of x, it says CG is 20, AG is 28. If you look at like this, we have a right angle triangle. Okay, so let's use this right angle triangle for once. 20, 28. All right. So, and this is AGC. So the value of AC is going to be 28 square is equals to 20 square plus AC square. AC square is equals to 28 square minus 20 square. Whatever the answer is, under root 28 square minus 20 square. So this becomes 19.59. All right. So 19.5. So now if we look at another triangle, actually this one, ABC, this is x and this is also x. All right, and we already know the value of AC, which is 19.595. Again we will use Pythagoras theorem, so this will become 19.595 whole square is equals to x square plus x square. So this becomes 19.595 whole square is equals to 2x square. Okay, now under root both the sides, so this will cancel out, it will become 19.595 is equals to x under root 2, because the square of x will be cancelled out and only under root 2 will remain. So x is equals to 19.595 divided by under root 2. So answer divided by under root 2. So the value of x is going to be 13.85, which means 13.9. Easy, 4 marks. Next question, it says the diagram shows a different cuboid J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. MR is 30. KR is 37. Correct, to find the lower bound of the angle. Okay. So for this question, guys, what you need to understand is the triangle will form something like this. M, okay, MRK, this is theta, this is 37 and this is 30. So now in order to find the lower bound of the angle, we will use sine, because opposite and hypotenuse. So sine theta is equal to, so opposite 30 upon hypotenuse, which is 37. Now it says, so find the lower bound of the angle between K and R. If you guys want the lower bound, what you will do, you will find the lower bound of this thing, the upper one, the numerator, and the upper bound of the denominator. So this will become 30 minus 0.5 upon 37 plus 0.5. Alright. So sine theta is equals to 29.5 upon 37.5. Theta is equals to sine inverse 29.5 upon 37.5. So sine inverse 29.5 upon 37.5. So the answer is 51.87, which means 51.9. And we have finally completed the whole paper. Guys, please do like, subscribe and share my channel. It would mean a lot. If you guys don't understand anything, mention down in the comments below. And if you guys want my specific notebook PDF which has notes, solutions, formulas, please do mention me. I'll send you guys the link and you can download it. Take care. Bye bye.